All right, guys, let's go to another daily pattern. Pattern-collections.com. Scroll down to pattern focus. I apologize for the background noise. Neighbors next door are having a lot of construction done today, and they seem to be out in the patio cutting tiles. So nothing I can do about the sound, and I just need to get this done. So today's is this one, Aire by Staubkorn. So this one looks like a really organic tangle. So let's give this a go. Step number 1, we are going to, oh, thank goodness they're done. For the moment, anyway. I'm going to start, and we're going to come up and around like a petal. And we're going to do that into sort of a starfishy shape. It's got 5, but I imagine that you can do 4, you could do 3, you could do anything more than 2, I think. But anyway, we're going to make this shape like that. Then we're going to come and we're going to aura this shape all the way around like this. And then we are going to pretend like this shape goes behind here and comes out there. So we're basically making this same shape, but you're going to skip this part right there. Okay? And then you're going to do that again. You come up, you come around, skip that part, come back out. And just keep doing it as many times as you want. This one here is done multiple times until the whole area is full. Let's just see what happens, shall we? Sorry, I've got a little cough drop in my mouth. I was having a little congestion earlier, so I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. It will be gone in a moment. Okay, turning on my light. Don't blind you guys. Give me lots of light because it's dark and gloomy today. I'm not going to do a string. I'm just going to start. Do it as the tile leads me. So we're going to kind of come out a little bit and around and sort of have a petal-like shape, right? I'm going to come up and around and a shape, up and around in a shape, up and around in a shape, something like that. Just organic, nothing planned out exactly. And I did 5. 5 seems to be a nice even number. I'll start with this one. I'm going to come up and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pretend that comes through and out. Let me zoom in. Over and up, comes out there and like that. Comes up. This one's going to go down low because that's where it ended up. And up, and it's going to pretend to go back behind. You didn't see that. I need to remember that you're not over here, you're over here. Okay, you can see that. Okay. And like it's going through and behind. Just like that. And then we just keep doing that until you have as many of them as you want. Make sure you're in view here. And we just keep going and going until we are done. Simple as that. I may do a few going the other direction just because I can. I'm gonna do one more round going this way. I've got 4 on each one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do one more going this way. Like that. And I'm going to do some going the other direction. And that just shows that they can go the other way. They don't have to go toward my left. They don't have to curve toward my left. They can curve toward my right. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because now that you've seen how that shape is, I want you to see the overall thing here. I think that makes it very interesting. I like it a lot. They're like teardrops on a stem. Really pretty. Am I done? This feels a little open right there. We'll just do one more. Like that. That feels a little more balanced, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Isn't that pretty? I really like it. Very, very pretty. Okay, now let's do some shading. Let's put the name. This one's called Millionaire. Which direction is it living? What do I feel like is the top? I guess it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Where do I have the most room to draw? I'm gonna do it that way. Okay. Oops. Okay. Let's do a little shading. Now there's lots of little overlaps. So I think that's where I'm going to start. I'm just going to pick one and just start shading. It's going to have a little bit right where every single overlap's going to be. It doesn't need a lot. Doesn't need to be thick, but I think it needs to be a little bit dark. So I'm going to go ahead and make that a little bit darker than I did. There you go. Can you even see that? I'm putting it almost right on the line. See, I'm putting it almost exactly right on the line. Just a little bit and nice and dark. Right like that. Lots of good overlaps right here. I like it when there's more than one overlap. That gives it some interest. Not out of screen, am I? No, okay. When I'm all really close like this, it's hard to make sure I stay on screen. A little tiny movement that I think is a tiny movement is a big movement when you're zoomed in like that. There, and right there, and right there, right there, and there, and I think I'm back to the beginning. So then I'm just gonna do a little bit in the middle, coming out. These sort of petal-like structures. Something like that. Okay. Now to use the blending stump, I'm going to use my little one. I'm just going to do like that. Not a lot, just enough to give it that smudge that it needs. See, you're just smudging it. Too far. Doesn't need a lot. So how are you guys doing this week? So far, week's been good. A little bit of drama at work. We have one worker who just doesn't want to work, but I do believe manager might be calling somebody. He kind of did a pre-interview with the kid when kid dropped off his resume, and boy seemed like he had maybe a brain cell or two, which is good. hard to, we can teach, we can pretty much teach anybody who's willing to learn the job set, the skill set. It's not that hard a job, really. I mean, parts of it are a little more complicated, but you know, the job itself is not that difficult. What we can't teach is drive, motivation, a work ethic. I think that's the phrase I'm looking for. We cannot teach work ethic. You either have already learned that from your parents or your school or whatever, or you haven't. By the time you are an adult and you're in the workforce, if you don't have a work ethic that says, you know, I'm going to do a good job no matter what task is assigned to me. And if I don't like the task, too bad. I'm going to do it anyway to the best of my ability. I'm not going to stand around and pretend like I'm working, but I'm really over in the corner with my cell phone out texting. Yeah. That's hard to teach if they don't have that moral compass, that value set already in place by the time they're an adult. And it's kind of hard to figure that out in an interview. I mean, the kid that is probably not long for our store, you know, he seemed like a good kid in the interview, obviously, or my manager wouldn't have hired him, because they hired a whole bunch of kids all at once. Some for our store when we were becoming a new store, some for the other stores because the other stores were losing employees to our store. You know, like I left, somebody else left, went to, like at my store, at my previous store, 2 of us left. I went to this new store, and the other girl went to the store where they took some employees out to come to my store. Does that make sense? So, we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, there are 5 of us in the new store that are experienced, that transferred from other stores. That's what I'm trying to say. And so in order to replace those positions, they had to hire kids to replace those positions. And then, of course, we had a few of the new hires. My boss apparently had the pick of the litter, so to speak. And so he chose the ones out of the new hires that he thought would be the best for our store. And so, you know, he really thought this kid was going to be a good one. And when he's working side by side with the boss, he's a good worker. When the boss isn't there, he just decides that nobody else has authority over him, and he's going to do whatever he darn well pleases, and that is just not kosher. Just doesn't fly. And yeah, it's the cell phone thing that's driving me most crazy. Most of the other behaviors are things we could probably teach. You know, you got to make sure you clean up after yourself. You got to make sure, you know, this is done and that's done. And yes, we've told you before, even though you say we haven't told you before. Those things we could probably still teach if you're willing to learn. But the thing about the cell phone, you know, we've told you more than once. The cell phone is not to be used on company time. Use it all you want on your personal break, but company time, that phone stays in your pocket, and you certainly don't whip it out on the sales floor. But apparently, you think otherwise, and that is going to get you fired. And I told the kid the other day, I says, you better put that away. That's going to get you fired. And under his breath, he muttered, no, it's not. Oh, that was a bad idea. Sorry, kid, but it really is going to get you fired. As soon as he finds somebody who can replace you, you will be gone. So, hopefully, you guys can give us a little prayer for my work situation, and that my manager can find someone with a bit of a work ethic and who is willing to put in the hours and put in the time and really work hard. We can teach a lot of things, but work ethic is not one of them. You either got it or you don't. You're either willing to work or you're not. Okay, so I think I'm done. Does it feel like it needs anything else? It almost feels like it wants a little tiny bit of color, but I'm not sure where or how. Do I have one on the back? I do. Are you calling for color? It is calling for color. I hate when it does that. It calls for color. You know what? It's calling for, I'm just going to get out my markers. I'm just going to get out this really pale yellow. I'm hoping it comes out a pale yellow. That's what it looks like on the outside. Although this brand of markers, they seem to be working okay, but what I really don't like about them is that the colors on the barrel are not even close to the color that it ends up being. So I'm always having to get out a piece of scrap paper and test it before I, yeah, that's way brighter than I thought, but it's the palest one. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm just gonna do just a titch of yellow in here. Just a titch. And you know, because it's a water-soluble marker, I'm wondering if I can get grab a brush real quick and do just a tad bit of water there to kind of blend that out so it's not so bright, because it's a bit brighter than I had wanted. I wonder if I can do that. Pardon me for just uno momento. My brushes are right here. They're not far away. I just need to grab one. Just need a little one, right? Something this size will do. Oh. Okay. And a little dabble of water. Do I have something I can put it on? How about this baggie? Don't have a little water cup, but I have my drinking water next to me. I can just put a dribble on this baggie. See, you make do with what you got. See, I've got a baggie with a little puddle of water. And let's see what happens. No. I got too much water for one. And it appears that it's soaking my paper. Now, I'm just going to go all the way around now that I started, just in case it is actually doing something, but I won't really know until it's dry, because I can see through to my design on the other side. So this might not have been the best move, but you never know until you try, right? Okay, let's dry that up a little. I'm going to take my, just going to pat that dry. All right, I'm going to sit here for just a moment and see how much I can get this to dry. I'm going to flap it about. I know this is really riveting video, and I apologize for the really, really riveting video that this is, but I want to try to dry this up a little bit. I got way carried away with my water. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, well, it's fair. Not exactly what I wanted. What to do, what to do. I don't really know. I don't have any kind of heat tool here to dry this off. So all I can do is flap it about. Floppy, floppy, floppy. Me and my... I can blow on it. That's better. It's more dry. Okay. I do want more color. I'm just going to fill in that spot. Very, very lightly. Like almost not touching the page. Lightly. Because it's still a little wet. Sometimes all you can do is experiment. And if it fails, it fails. It's no big deal. It's just paper. Just a little bit of marker. It's just pen. No biggie. I'm missing an arm. Because it was 5-armed, huh? But I filled that in. Is that a space? No, that's an arm because I filled it in. It should be though. Give me a moment to put a line right there like that. And then I can fill that. Can you see it? That's better. Gives me that 5 even though it's almost gone. That's better. Not perfect. Not at all what I had anticipated, but you know, it is what it is. It's still pretty. I don't know. It's still telling me that color is the way to go, and it's not done. I don't like it when it talks to me and I'm not sure what it wants. It wants pink. Why does it want pink or coral or something? Let's try this. Okay. Well, that's different. Is that really what it wants? I don't know. It's what it's getting. I may be just going completely rogue here. And I may be completely completely wrong with what I should be doing with this tile, but one, two, three, four, five. I don't know. Really just don't know. Don't know if it's getting better or worse. Folks, yell at me. I know that there have been times when I watch other people on YouTube doing their art and they say, I wish you guys could tell me what to do. Yeah, now I'm beginning to understand that particular feeling. Not too sure where I'm headed with all this marker. Doesn't seem quite right, but it doesn't seem wrong either. So I'm not 100% sure. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing until it's done telling me that I can finish, because it's not. That's better. Okay, well, all right. That's better. Okay, I gotta go back and do that with the pink too. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta wait until the tile talks to you and inspires you to do what it really wants. You just want to leave just a little white space there, like a sparkle. Better. Better, better, better. Okay. Okay, come back with my pink. Where'd that pink pen go? There it is. And do that same thing going the other way. better. Oh, ow. Something like that. All right, that's better. Oh, look at that. That was a struggle to get it to tell me what it wanted. But you know what? That's not so bad. I really like it. I'm gonna leave it just like that. Right? You're done, right? Right, little tile? You are finished, aren't you? Yes. Yes, my little tile says it's finished. I'm excited. The tile says it's finished. Put my pens away so I don't lose them. All right. There we go. Millionaire. That was fun. A little bit of a struggle there at the end with the coloring, but that was still a very fun tangle to draw. I hope you guys have a really great day. Go forward and do something nice for somebody today. I will work on more drawings. It is today is actually Thursday, whatever day you're seeing this. I don't remember what day I'm drawing for now, but whatever day you see this, today is Thursday. We have overcast skies. It's going to rain again. The neighbors are having their construction done, so it's really loud in here. So I'll just continue on what I'm doing and hope that things go well. I will see you the rest of the week. Bye-bye.